Alright, let's get started. Hey, Medic Guy and Shower Kate, thanks for being here early, goddamn. Also, that Hugabee's Big Boy emote is hilarious because it just looks like a chubby Byakuya, and that gives me unending joy. Also, Shower Kate, that's a really cool emote considering I just watched the movie that guy comes from literally earlier today. Like, what weird timing for you to start spamming that one. But anyway, let's play some Danganronpa. Let's load the game. Where are we? We should be right outside of the red room, right? Or the red door, I guess. Hey, there we are. It actually is a chubby Byakuya. Nice. I love it. Whoa, Byakuya and Mukuro showed up together. You think they're dating? Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you? Doesn't really spoil the next game, so I figured it won't be a problem. Listen, if Byakuya gets chubby, that just makes me happy. What, are you jealous? Hey. Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself? What? Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes, waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10. Why? What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet? Could it be? Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... Or what? Jesus! Did I scare you? Come on. I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. It's me you're waiting for. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. And when we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey.
I'm here, and no rule's been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko, you're still alive? No, that's a ghost! Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of that fun for later, right? What? But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that...
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty, officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Oh, Koala, you're gonna hate Hero real soon, more than you already do. I mean, does he just do something stupid? Because I'm okay with that. I've accepted it by this point. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. And there he goes. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right! Now we've got to deal with the ghost! God, Hero, you're dumb. I told you, stop talking!
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. I think stupid doesn't come close to this one thing, haha, kill me. Okay. I'll be vigilant for what in the world he could do. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me! Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when this trial's all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? Blech, didn't you? So,
correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that.
Whew.
I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, what did you find out? When did you find out?
So
Just now. I finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
however,
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. It took you 10 minutes to look over a crime scene and then go down 4 flights of stairs? Damn, girl. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words,
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Kyoko's account has been added to the truth bullets. Okay.
just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation,
It would seem
because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
goodbye.
Kyoko is just casually strolling about. She has no reason to rush. Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the doors slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. That's a weird way to put that. Every depth of my eyes? But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Oh, well, this is a new room. I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed. Let's get on with the show. And so, the curtain opened for the 5th time. All the deadlies. A deadly class trial. Blinding is right. Good God, my eyes. Yeah, sorry. Nothing I can do. All right, let's go over the truth bullets we have since we got them all yesterday. So Monokuma File 5. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim has been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The explosion has burnt the upper half of the body beyond recognition. The upper half of the body remained on fire and had to be extinguished. Because of this, the upper half was soaking wet while the bottom half remained dry. The body was wearing notably long fake nails. The body had a tattoo of the dog on the back of the right hand. There were bits of charred debris near the body. It should be noted that the bomb, which had been removed from Monokuma in the gym, had disappeared. The sprinklers are programmed to come on every morning at 7:30, and this time is impossible to change. As such, it can be assumed that if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, it would have gotten wet. 7 a.m., Makoto wakes up to the morning announcement. 7:30, Makoto and Aoi arrive in the dining hall. 7:30 to 9, Makoto meets the others in the gym, and together they head to the headmaster's room. That took them an hour and a half? If you want to share your theory, feel free. If you shared it before, I might have missed it. Oh, I didn't share anything, but So I'm a little confused because it's Mukuro because of the tattoo, but it also sounds like Junko because of the wounds. So that's where I am. That's my theory. That's as far as my theory is going right now. Is the wounds they talk about being several days old sounds like Junko, the pencil case, and then the tattoo would make it Mukuro. So yeah, there's the extent of what I've thought. I also think it's weird that it took them an hour and a half to meet in the gym and then go to the headmaster's office a few floors up. 9 a.m., Toko is told to find the pickaxe in the garden where she discovers the body. The knife found near the body was the same knife that was used to stab it before the explosion. It is also the same knife that Toko had given Makoto for safekeeping, and the knife that the masked assailant was holding when they attacked Makoto. The tarp was hidden among the other items in the tool shed. One side was wet and filthy with mud and grime. The other side was completely clean and dry. I'm gonna enjoy... So either Junko or Mukuro, eh? No, it's both! Like... that's the same person, I think. But, the tarp was hidden among the other items in the tool shed. One side was wet and filthy with mud and grime. The other side was completely clean and dry. The number of chickens in the chicken coop had decreased from 5 to 4. Yasuhiro claims that there were without a doubt 5 chickens just before nighttime last night, and yet... Byakuya stated that there was no corpse in the garden just after nighttime last night, so it can be assumed that the murder must have taken place sometime after that. Byakuya also said that he, Yasuhiro, Toko, and Aoi were in the gym the entire night, and none of them were alone at any point. I see what you mean, chubby Byakuya. The corpse had a mask covering its head and a white jacket covering the body. A knife had been thrust into the abdomen, and there were bloodstains around the wound. The body had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was noted, however, that there was no blood on the ground around the body. Mukuro Ikusaba, female, known as the Ultimate Soldier. She became been obsessed. Okay, I'm reading that correct, right? She became been obsessed with the military from a young age. That's a weird error. That is a really weird error. Because they basically took 2 different ways to conjugate that verb and just went with both of them. So the translator fell on his keyboard. He picked 2 different ways to write that sentence and just put them both into the same sentence. Or she. I have no idea if it was a boy or a girl who translated this game. Anyway, she disappeared while on vacation in Europe and reappeared in Japan 3 years later. Apparently, every member of Fenrir gets a tattoo somewhere on their body to represent their membership in the group. Apparently, the killing game began with 16 participants, all students. It is assumed that Mukuro Ikusaba was the 16th student. Monokuma also revealed that the reason Kyoko wears gloves is to hide something she doesn't want anyone to see. This woodblock decoration was found in Kyoko's room. It looks like it's actually the one to one of the lockers in the It looks like it's actually the key to one of the lockers in the dojo. A set of titanium arrows was found in the dojo locker. There appear to be 10 in total. Along with the arrows, there was also a wadded-up ball of duct tape in the locker. The duct tape had traces of blood on it. It's assumed that this is related to the case, but nobody can imagine how. Kyoko used Monokuma's secret tool, which grants access to any room in the school, to sneak into the 2nd floor of the dorms. This area seems to have no monitors or security cameras. Alright, those are all my truth bullets for this one, so let's look at Cool and Collected. Studies your aim a little, effective during the debate in the Hangman's Gambit. That seems good, but do I have anything else? Oh, ambidextrousness looks really nice. Allows you to lock onto 2 statements at once, effective during bullet time battle. Reload 2 bullets at once. Increases bullet capacity. So we'd get rid of 3, and then I'd add 4. Alright, let's drop that and pick up ambidextrousness. I think that sounds nicer. Did I actually save that? Yeah. That one is good, ambidextrous. Yeah, it lets you get 2 at once. So, I think I'll go with... whatever. Alright, we'll just try it out for this trial. I don't actually think they're that important.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out Who
Okay.
and I'll punish everyone. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
It's really annoying that he explains how this game works every single time it starts.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Hero. Dude, like, it honestly isn't, but if it makes it less trouble to get through, why not? Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I don't think they're super important where it's like, oh, you need to pick good skills or the game's gonna get hard. They just make it a little bit easier. So they're nice in that regard, but it's not like, oh, I'm getting rid of this one. It's really gonna fuck with my plan. But also, Hero, holy shit, you moron.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost.
Oh my god. Here we go with Hero.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
That's a weird sentence.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
Are we really having a whole truth bullet section where we have to convince Hero that Kyoko's not a fucking ghost?
Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
One important trait that Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her is her gloves.
I'm
Yes,
talking about her
unfortunately.
gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
See, like, this is Hina stating the obvious, but at least this is a time where it's like, it makes sense why she would be saying the things she's saying.
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here in a case that won't, and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to... Wow. What a moron. Tattoo on the right hand, exploded body analysis, fake nails. Those are three that could...
Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
I'm a
Then
ghost?
she was wearing
Interesting.
gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Huh. I know that the body isn't Kyoko's, and I know I can prove it.
That Kyoko there is
Just
just
to
a
prove the girl
ghost.
who's standing there isn't a ghost. Hero, I want to murder you. So what do we got? We've got exploded body analysis. And recognition. What will the bottom half remain dry? I don't think that's it. Fake nails. The body was wearing notably long fake nails. And then tattoo on the right hand. Body had tattoo of a dog on the back of the right hand.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely
Oh no,
Kyoko.
that's gonna be the fake nails. I don't think you could wear fake nails with gloves on. Here, I want to murder you. Yeah,
Okay, then prove
The dead
that
body
seems
wasn't
like a contradiction to me.
Well, yeah, she must have
I
been
hate
wearing
myself.
Because that corpse is this entire
I forgot there was the purple text. Oh my god.
Okay, then prove
Alright.
The dead body was...
they got burnt up.
Then she was wearing...
gloves. Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No, that's wrong.
There we go.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails. Don't you think?
He brings up a good point.
Jeez, man, you don't know women. women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Hero, you're an
If
idiot.
anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna have to agree with Byakuya on this one. That should have been obvious.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
We do, and I'm glad that you wasted our time to get us to this point.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Sprinklers, exploded body analysis, and tattoo on the right hand. It's probably gonna be the tattoo.
Kyoko really is still alive.
I'm gonna guess it's the tattoo.
And who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
Oh, cool! I got
And there wasn't any
thing.
description in the Monokuma file.
an achievement. That's the word.
Well, if we can't identify the body,
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
I think it was, and the one thing that can tell us was on the victim's own body.
If Kyoko really is,
Then who died?
there's gotta be some. I don't think so. The face was
What?
scorched beyond
Ah.
recognition, and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma.
I think that's the
There's nothing
one.
else we can do,
I'm
right?
not sure.
If Kyoko really... Then who died?
There's gotta be. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
Nope, fuck.
Shoot.
Well, we'll try the other one then.
if Kyoko
Did you clear that
really is
Kyoko isn't a
still
ghost? We
alive,
did clear that Kyoko isn't a ghost.
I don't think so.
We did. That was a
There
good use
wasn't
of our
any
time.
description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the
Please don't hit that.
body,
Oh,
Then
fuck
there's
you.
nothing else we can do, right?
You know, looking at it now, it's way more obvious that what Aoi says is the thing you have to contradict. I'm just dumb.
Well, if we can't identify the body,
Don't hit that. I
Then there's
fucking
nothing
hate
else we
myself.
can do, right?
Alright, shoot the one on the right. That's the one that's important.
Kyoko really... Then who died?
Yes, we just did have to make that sure.
the face, and there wasn't any description in the Well, if we can't identify the body,
Then there's nothing
Are
else
you
we can do,
fucking
right?
shitting me?
If Kyoko really... Then who died?
How did that miss?
I don't think so. And there wasn't any description in the Well, if we can't identify the body,
I'm gonna miss.
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
Because I can't shoot the purple text, apparently.
If Kyoko
'Cause I
really... Then who
suck.
died?
there's gotta be. I don't think so. And there wasn't any description. Well, if we can't identify the body,
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
And dear Lord, Hero should have died in place of literally anyone else. He
There
is
was
kind of
one
stupid.
clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
what? For
Slow
real?
it down to hit it properly. You know, I may have forgotten that slowing down is a thing you can do. I forget how to use focus, though. I remember now that you mention it. I'm pretty sure it's right bumper, but I completely forgot that was a thing that was in the game.
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
Sure thing, Hina.
Key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master
Yes.
must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Seriously? They really
Well,
did something that
thanks, Toko.
humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
If you compare the tattoo to other information we have, the victim's identity should become clear. It's the... wherever it is. Where is that? There it is, the profile.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is... if this is more complicated than a wolf or a dog, I'm gonna be really upset. Wolf. Okay. Wow, they even made it really easy. Alright, well, I need an F to show up, but there we go.
Now I understand understand? The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
You know, he brings up a good point.
A wolf tattoo. And that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
Nope. Charismatic Makoto Naegi has followed. Thank you. That is quite the name.
No, it means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
Are there two masterminds?
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
You're welcome. Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for hanging out. Charismatic Heresy. I wish she could have showcased her literary prowess before. Yeah, that was like the first time she ever said anything about any literature. And she talks about Norse mythology.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate
There are 14
soldier.
masterminds. Oh, great.
If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told
Hey,
Makoto,
Miro, too.
right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Oh, no. Oh, shit.
Who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character, which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
I am insulted that Byakuya thinks none of us are important.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been...
Dear Lord, the Hope Bagel's here.
Master after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
Why is Monokuma getting so interjection-y?
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
Good for you, Monokuma. I'm proud. You've really grown a lot as a character.
Now then, just so
Or a
nobody's
bear, I guess. A
confused,
character bear.
let me
A
state
character?
this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Get out. Thanks,
One of
Sorian.
us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no. There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person.
I'm looking
who's
at
been
Makoto
hiding
X
all
Kyoko
along.
fan art while watching this. I'm happy for you, I think.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Also, what face?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
That's what we're here to find out, Toko.
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there can only be two suspects. Makoto and Kyoko. Toko and Genocide Jack, or Mukuro and the Headmaster. Well, this is what he wants me to say.
You've narrowed it down to...
I choked a little bit at Barrack.
right?
I could imagine that Koala would be more happy if his viewers didn't beat their meat while watching him, but maybe I'm wrong. You know, I'm indifferent to it, but I don't need to know about it. That's the thing. It's like, you do you, and I don't care, but you don't need to tell me about that. About, you know. Like, if that's what you're doing, cool. I don't need to know.
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the
Anyway,
garden, so I can
let's go back to my
confirm
good pun about Barrackter.
that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were
Cool.
in the gym the entire time.
Listen, that's just my policy on it. Be happy you're not a female streamer?
That's
Sure.
The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis...
Are me and Mukuro. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it! I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name. Chat is getting awkward, or do we need to push the topic? I'm not certain. Whatever.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you
Makoto,
want.
you sneaky
Somebody
bitch.
Go ahead and help him out.
I found out of Makoto hugging Tagami and Tagami's blushing. Aw. Toko would freak out if she saw that.
Both confirmed that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh,
No.
What time did we find the body?
Around 9,
The
you
one who
know?
saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
So what time was the body discovered? At 9 o'clock.
The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Another flashback, and where she talks about what time it is.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
That's such a long window to say we're sure of.
For me,
Here's an 11-hour
I was
window.
already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. to 7:30. Okay then, it looks like the game has begun. If I can't prove an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Yeah, we have to use the fact that it was wet, like where it was wet in the sprinklers. Well, just the sprinklers at this point, I guess.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Someone said
And
2
Mukuro
o'clock,
doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
3 o'clock,
Yeah, from 10 o'clock
4 o'clock, 5
to
o'clock.
7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
I'd hope.
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Whoops, did not mean to shoot that. And there's something that happens in the garden at the same time every morning. Thinking back, the corpse was almost totally dry. Figure out when the body... Yeah, it's the sprinklers.
We've established a time frame. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
I'm dumb.
Yeah, from to 7:30.
That's more than enough time.
I
So
think...
Makoto,
If you have
any
Wait, maybe I can use
objections,
7:30. I don't know. I have to use something with 7:30 and Byakuya saying 10.
somewhere between 10
That might be
o'clock
wrong. Oh, it's right. Cool.
No, it's wrong.
I didn't know if I had to use that or Hina's 7:30.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly.
Do you?
The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
Whoa, Toko, I said none of those things. Also, that's a new euphemism for me. The mouth down south. Holy shit. I've never heard that before, but Jesus, that's quite the way to put that. Toko. Like, Jesus.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean?
I'm wrong? How? It's your birthright.
By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet? All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it. If we look at the body itself, that should make it clear. Really? Makoto looked genuinely disturbed by her comment? I felt genuinely disturbed by her
I
comment.
admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No!
I have to pay attention during these or I fuck up real bad.
Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't
Shit.
know anything.
Okay, final strike. Why? Exploded body
How can you
analysis.
say it wasn't the
Okay.
sprinkler? This should
I guess they only gave me one bullet this time. There are people here who like Toko.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry.
He's right.
If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So the
Toko,
only
you
way
have the
it's
next
wet
level of masochism. Yeah, I know.
was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
What? I doubt anyone who likes Toko is here in chat. Oh shit. There are probably people who find her hot. What face?
I'm so sick of her.
Yeah, me too, Hina. Me too.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because... while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
The hell, Toko? I'd also like to point out, in this scene, I pointed this out yesterday, but in this scene, the body's on fire, so Byakuya hands Makoto a bucket of water and is like, put this out, put the fire out. Why didn't Byakuya just do it? Can we see this beautiful explosion picture again?
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Because he doesn't want to get wet, obviously.
Which means she must have been
Fair
killed
enough,
sometime
fair enough.
between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
To be fair, that doesn't mean when she was killed. That means when the body was put there. Those are two different things.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
Like, let's go back over that again. It doesn't tell us when they were killed. It tells us when the body got there. Baklava's wearing a really expensive handmade clothes. Hand have got him wet. Can't have him get wet. Fair enough. I guess
In
he
which case,
probably...
The only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me?
To be fair, we've blamed you for a lot of things up till this point. By the way, Koala, at some point during this trial, you get an option to choose a different path. I highly advise picking the wrong option. Oh, but then I'd have to pick a wrong option. And I like avoiding those. I also am not sure when I'm gonna... I have no idea what you mean by pick a different path, so... I guess I'll see if I see it in the moment.
Energy. You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss. Shutting up now.
Oh my god, Monokuma's becoming Toko.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything.
In case you're too quick and pick the right answer right away.
So she killed her to
we'll
try
see.
and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the...
You'll know when you get there? Okay, I guess I'll see.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you... Oh, why am I
Because
voicing?
you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Called a tarp. Spoiler. A certain something at the scene was used to cover a body? The body? Could it have been... Where is... tarp?
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept
I actually watched
perfectly
people that
clean.
weren't able to get which option it is.
This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
Well, I guess we'll see if I can get it or not. Sorry, I would be remiss if Koala picked the right answer immediately.
Why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly
Oh,
like
man,
the
this
one
name.
Makoto just gave us.
Kaitao Haji Hinata? Kaijo Haji Hinata? 24, I think. I hope I said that right. Has followed. Do you make stream break the next days? I assume you will. I'm not sure. Maybe. But anyway, yeah, thank you for that follow. Oh, God. I'll try it one more time. Kaito Hajime Hinata. Okay. I'm sure I'm butchering that, and I'm sorry. But thank you very much for that follow. What was I saying? In other words, to create the excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us. Cool. Why would Kyoko say that? And why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. And that tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, just let Windows Sam read it out. Oh yeah, I'm sure he'll do a great job. Oh, it was Microsoft Sam? Close enough. The tarp must have touched the body, right? I love the reactions to the bad end from the gamers and streamers. Hajime and Makoto following on the same day. I know. The cast of these games are really coming out to show their support. Microsoft Sam, hey Whiptail. Tarp must have touched the body, but the body,
Wait. Something's not right.
the blood.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. Okay.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
All right, so I don't know which it's exploded body analysis, or I can't remember which one is the one that talks about the blood. So let's find out. Well, it's clearly not that one because there's no blood in this picture. So it must be before the body exploded, and they talk about the blood here. Yes. Okay. So that's what it is.
By covering the body with
What's a turbo user? Turbo user is someone who has like Amazon Prime, and they get, I think, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, that's definitely wrong because that's a Prime user. I don't know what a turbo user is then. Gonna have, that's gonna be something Whiptail's gonna have to answer because I don't know.
Since it was facing down, of course it didn't get dirty.
I missed it. I hate myself.
By covering the killer prevents.
That's also the wrong thing, so I also had the wrong bullet loaded, so it's good I missed it.
Since it was facing down, of course it didn't get dirty.
No, that's wrong.
Is it a paid thing where you didn't get ads on streams, paid for Twitch Prime but dropped it? Oh, okay.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange.
And somehow
if you
can
think
still
about
use
it.
the icon?
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Yakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, true.
Makes me look special around all the Twitch Prime icons. It does. You're very special, Whiptail.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? That's why I don't use it. It's ugly anyways. Oh, aw. The blood was camouflage.
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office.
That's true. You're mainly special because you shine bright like a diamond, Kappa. I got none of the badges. Aw, that's too bad.
That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Oh! Oh, the chicken! Oh! Oh, that's really sad. I didn't even think about that. I forgot about the chicken, honestly. They got blood from right there in the garden. Right, which must mean... Where's the chicken?
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
Koala, why are you not affiliate, by the way? You should absolutely I don't fulfill the requirements. I don't have the, my average viewers is too low still over the past 30 days. It's at like, it was at like 2.8 when I checked after yesterday, and you need 3. So I don't meet the requirements yet.
What? Chicken blood?
I'm just barely under the requirements for affiliate, yeah.
Before the murder, there were 5 chickens.
Hi everyone, hey Freaking Doodle.
But after the murder,
Cost streamed like 300 hours with 0 viewers. That's true, Whiptail, but that doesn't matter because that 300 hours wasn't within the last 30 days. How do you have 0? You get there soon enough. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal, but the Whiptail, the average viewer count for affiliate only matters within the last 30 days. So it's like, you have 1 just by watching yourself. I don't watch my own stream. I read my chat.
So,
I also think you don't count as your own viewer when you have your stream open.
cover the body
I know.
with blood?
Okay, fair enough.
Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Thanks, Hina. You absolutely do. I thought you didn't. Whatever. This trial is so stupid, I hate it. Oh, I'm liking it so far. Although I didn't like the beginning where Hiro's like, she's a ghost.
Be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Actually do count as one? Okay, I just assumed you didn't. But I also don't really watch my stream very often,
But even
so...
so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right?
Don't shit talk. This trial's great. I streamed a couple of years back and found it. I mean, if you're saying it was that way a couple years ago, it's possible. I mean, I'm not saying for sure it has, but it is possible they've changed that. I counted as 2 at the time when I streamed. That's strange. You could have had viewers that aren't logged in or registered Twitch viewer, Twitch members. That's the wrong thing to say. But if you have people who are not logged into an account watching you, they'll add to the viewer count, but you won't see them in your viewer list. How do you get the Danganronpa emotes? No, 3 requirements really easy. It's too stupid because of its endings. Okay, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that even when I have my stream open, it counts me as a viewer for like 5 minutes and then tells me I have no viewers. At least that's my experience.
But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange.
Whatever. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Like,
Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it
either way,
beforehand?
next trial is this trial but much better. Oh, okay.
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
It was not.
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up.
What the fuck is the trash emote? Which trash emote? The chubby Byakuya? Because I love the chubby Byakuya. Oh no, the trash emote that's actual garbage cam. I'm stupid. Ignore me. I'm really stupid and don't look at the emotes.
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off.
Okay, but I can't sub to people since I'm broke. That's fine. Charismatic Makoto. That's fine. You don't have to sub to people. You don't have to sub people to be supportive. Like, the best way to support streamers you like is to just be in their chat and hang out.
But the body
Like, watching the
didn't get
stream
lost
is
because the killer covered it with the tarp.
like fine for anyone.
Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they've already covered in blood. This series
loved
of
her.
cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But
Could be wrong, but I always hate when cum dumpster is mentioned. Oh god. In a time where people give subs, really, you can actually keep a high sub quote if you're around much and a nice guy. Yeah, that's true. The gifting sub things
back to the garden after the
it is like
sprinklers
such a
went
nice
off?
addition that they added.
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together?
Well, for
from
streamers
that
anyway.
point
Well, it's
on?
also nice. It's also nice for people who like want to sub but don't have the like disposable income to sub, because it's like, hey, then someone can just gift you a sub if they're being nice. So that's also nice for people. It's nice for viewers too. Yeah, there
Oh
we go.
no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
Pull the coat, Makoto solved it. We're doing a great job derailing the trial. Yeah, I forgot what they were talking about.
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. Disguised dead body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one.
We're talking about whether Kyoko is a ghost. Well, the last streamer I watched, their stream lasted for 9. Oh, jeez. That's a long... And that you've been sitting there for a long time. I'm sitting there when they started the stream. Jesus.
Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
Right before I followed you, I was watching a stream with very little viewers and decided to look for small-time streamers to support. Well, thank you. Thank you for deciding to come hang out here, too.
Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Hero, you moron.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No.
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right?
Basically, my butt hurts right now. Yeah, I bet.
According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back.
Love to watch Danganronpa, but streamers are all over the place. Some are great, some are really bad. Yeah,
So,
I think you find that with a lot of games, though.
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Really? She's the first person to notice this? Okay, they're just gonna flash back to Toko giving me the knife. Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? It's not my day today. Oh, I'm sorry, freaking doodle.
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Hero really just kind of flip-flops all over the place, don't he? Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Everyone has a personality that we like sometimes as a preference thing. Yeah, that's true. Disguised dead body, exploded body analysis, and fragments near the dead body.
The knife
Okay.
we found lodged in the dead body. It's the same one we gave to Mukuro. It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
I didn't do it.
Just
I
because
did not
had
hit
the
her.
knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So
That
there's
doesn't
no
seem right.
question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Mukuro.
We've already established that the coat was put on the body after the tarp was removed, which means when the knife was thrust through the coat into the body...
The knife we found lodged in
All
the
right.
dead body. It's the same one. It really
So
is,
it's the
isn't it?
stab and
Did
disguised
have
dead
that
body, I
seals
think.
it. Just because I have that automatic.
Well, getting stabbed is so there's no
Oh,
question.
shit.
You took that
I
knife.
forgot. I thought it was later in the thing.
The knife we found. It's the same one. It
Oops.
really is, isn't it?
If he did have that, that seals it.
Just because I have that automatic.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed.
No,
What did you
it's
say?
wrong.
Hang out here and chill. My dish with food just blew up. Ooh, that's bad.
Wait, hold on.
Makoto can't hurt a
Stab
fly.
wound isn't what
That's
killed
odd. Does the
Mukuro.
microwave still work? Silver lining then, all's good. Yeah, it just sounds like you might have a small mess to clean up. As long as nothing, like, got broken real bad. It's not the end of the world. Stab wound isn't what
That
killed...
should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, The victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point...
Makoto's basically just convincing them that he might have stabbed a dead body for, I don't know, fun.
Obviously, the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Well, that... The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see. What does this say? I'm not sure which one. I don't think it's any of these. Maybe the body before the explosion? That's not it.
Shoot!
The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see. Oh. Duh! I'm fucking stupid. The place where they write down the things about the body.
Only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Then the knife...
was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her.
You already guessed what we'll reveal in next trial yesterday? I mean, that's a bit of a spoiler, freaking doodle. That's a bit of a spoiler, buddy.
It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated
Poor
the body
Mukuro.
afterward.
Yeah.
They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
It's a good question,
If
Hina.
you bothered
Thank
to
you.
put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Ouch.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle cause an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
Hero, why do you open your mouth? Like, why? You could just close your mouth and be more useful.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Oh, Hina, I mean, at least you're aware. At least you're self-aware.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Sneaky peek of spoiler that isn't really a spoiler. Well, the problem is that I only make so many guesses. Like, I don't make a ton of guesses about what's going to happen. So if you tell me one of my guesses is right, that is a bit of a spoiler. There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. Do I have anything specifically about the bomb? I don't remember. No. Okay, so it's going to be the fragments.
I got it! After the explosion,
Let's not confirm any
we
guesses
found a
he
tiny
makes. He might
fragment
figure
of
it out.
something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
I won't confirm. I mean, to be fair, you did. Just now.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural. Because, of course,
People love to half spoil and stuff. Sigh. Yeah, it's pretty common.
we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Oh, shit.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
It's okay, Freak, just for future reference. Yeah, we have nothing to do. Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's fine, Freak. It's just like, you gotta be really careful about that, because it's like, if you tell me a guess is right, it's like, well, I only make so many guesses.
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
This game has so much meme potential. It kind of does.
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
Make up new names for Boogie Board. We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. Monokuma file number 5. Okay.
Then shall we continue the debate?
Someone called.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Why do I keep shooting things? Okay, the knife was a cover-up and all those other wounds on her body weren't fresh, which only leaves...
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury.
The explosion didn't
Okay, it's probably what Hero said.
And it wasn't me.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her...
And more than that...
What?
The victim had suffered
What just
countless
happened? Did I
wounds
get
across her-
bounced? Yeah, like the Hope meme and the Despair meme throughout the game.
The victim's fatal
How did I get blocked by the purple text that was gone?
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Why am I getting
More than that.
blocked? Am I not hitting the text? I might be aiming high.
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal.
The explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
Well, let's see.
It wasn't me.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the
Fuck.
back of
It
her
wasn't even the right thing. You missed? Yeah. Missed the shot, lol. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. Okay.
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal.
The explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't me because
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed...
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Maybe countless wounds? Missed the shot. No, not that it's right, yeah.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
the explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Did clarify we never said it was right? No, you're true. You're right. You're right.
Already totally dead when that happened.
I accept that it's wrong.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then shall we continue the debate?
I'm really
The
unsure.
victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't me. And then there's only...
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her
Yeah, I
head.
didn't really think that was right, but...
Shoot.
So,
Then shall we continue the debate?
alright, what does the Monokuma file say? Because maybe I do have to use that. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. Before the blast, the victim was stabbed a single time with a knife which went completely through. Also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. I'm just cooking breakfast at the moment. I'll be back. Oh, nice. Huh. I don't know. I have no idea what this one is.
Fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't
God
kill
damn
her
it.
for sure. I guess.
Enjoy everyone who's eating now. Yeah.
She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah.
Including me.
Monokuma file? That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on
God
the
damn
back
it.
of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I'm really not sure. Which only leaves...
Then shall we continue the debate?
The victim's fatal.
The explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't even.
Oh, yeah.
That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her Then shall we continue? The victim's
Fatal injury.
That's
has
gonna miss. Oh, it worked. Holy shit, that was right? Okay.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
I already ate cereal for breakfast. Nice.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
Good job, cereal and Christmas. It's not Christmas yet, to be fair.
What was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
It absolutely is Christmas. No, it's only the 24th where I am.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Oh.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground.
Christmas is on the 24th? Since when? This is also gross. Toko, Jesus.
I feel the same way. Looks like
It's the
we're on
24th here
same
too,
page
except
this
there's
time.
2 weirdo countries in the night. It'll be Christmas in 5 hours for me. Christmas is the 25th everywhere, I'm pretty sure. Do you already have a Christmas tree? Because I have.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you.
On the 24th
Master.
evening? Well, it's also not the evening for me.
So what was it?
To be fair,
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto.
it's really early in the morning.
Is the real murder weapon?
The real murder weapon. Is it the arrows?
I got it!
Yeah, I guess it's the arrows.
Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that's what killed her.
We celebrate in the morning of the 25th as well. Toko, I'm chill down there. Toko says the most disturbing but hilarious phrases. That's true. She says some funny shit that makes you go, oh my god. So yeah, that medic guy says he celebrates in the morning of the 25th.
And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
My family and I here in Asia.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. Alright. Bloody duct tape, woodblock key, and titanium arrows. Okay.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master. You have no right!
If it was just the titanium arrow, it wouldn't be nearly thick enough, which is why they used bloody duct tape.
Arrow.
It was in the dojo. I have no doubt.
Are you sure?
You don't sound
Well, it said the weapon must have been. It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Really? I missed.
Back to you have no right!
The titanium, it was in the dojo. I have no doubt.
Are you sure?
You don't sound
Well, it said the weapon must. It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
I finally remembered to slow down time. Only 5 cases in.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape.
Toko, you don't have the right to talk back.
The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple
Better
arrows
late than
together.
never. Yeah, I know, right?
Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
She didn't stutter once.
One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
She doesn't stutter when she's talking about literature. That's cool.
Damn, that's
Good for you.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
It's just the first game. Second game trials are hard as hell. Well, I'd like if the trials were harder, because most of this game has been pretty easy. This is the first case that's like really given me times where I had to go like, wait, what?
Anyway,
I like
that
this part of her
explains the
character
murder
more.
weapon.
Yeah.
As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker,
It's nice when she's not just a masochist in love with Byakuya.
it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto? What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all. Remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence? Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo? It must be connected to that dojo locker. It's the key, wherever that is. There it is.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
Heard her character's redeemed in another episode. That's nice.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just, there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
I still don't understand why another episode is 3D third-person platformer. Stop. Stop what?
What?
She was protecting me? Then does that mean she... She knew I was being attacked. Don't answer if it will pop up. Hammer time? What? Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko... She killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Well, if something's gonna happen soon, I'm gonna go ahead and save.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
Okay, do whatever you want.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean? What does that mean? He'll know, freak, don't worry. I hope so. When the body was found.
Those words you just spoke, what do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Wait, Kyoko gave her room key to Byakuya, right? Which would mean... Yeah.
Those words you just spoke, what do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Well, Tsugami can hide things from you, Toko. Yeah.
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
That might be the
But
contradiction there.
could I really have done that?
Because it has to be that he has the key, but I'm just not sure
Those
which
words
two...
you just spoke.
Exactly what
I'm not the killer.
you should understand.
Byakuya,
Master would never.
There's proof that you... Is that what you're...
You stated you said I hid and then left
The locker key in my own blood.
Could I really have done that?
It might be
Words
this.
you just spoke.
Exactly what I'm not, but you should understand.
Byakuya,
Master would never hide.
there's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Yeah, cool.
No, that's wrong.
I got it right.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Huh? Why not?
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us. The Mastermind's trap? The Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The Mastermind's trap? The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? Expose her lies. What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie? I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it, but who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The Mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether to... Can I save? Ah, fuck, I can't save. You want me to pursue the lie? Do you really want me to pursue the lie? Medic guy? I'm pretty sure this is the choice you were talking about. Why isn't he getting any spoiler alerts? Pursue it, fine.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
Bad cops that ass.
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko is definitely lying, and it must be because there's some other deeper truth she wants to keep hidden. Cool, so I get a bad ending now, I guess. What did Kyoko's account say again? I don't remember what Kyoko's account even said. Oh yeah, which grants access to any room in the school. Yeah.
Because I'd given it to Byakuya.
Whoops, I didn't mean to shoot.
There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Then
You can load later.
search
Yeah.
Kyoko's room.
I mean, I know this is wrong.
Gotten there.
Someone other than me must have put it there. That's the
I know this
only
is wrong, and
explanation.
so I'm sad. I don't remember when I'd saved before this.
I didn't have the key to my room,
Because I'd given it, there's no doubt.
You are correct.
so I couldn't possibly have gotten into my...
Well, we'll do it.
No. Kyoko could have gotten into
Game
your
will load
room.
it for you. Oh, great.
You said so yourself, didn't you, Kyoko?
All right, she's gonna tell. It's a flashback telling us about the tool.
Ina's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school, which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it, so I lost. That's all this means.
Then, are you saying you really
Just relax and watch the bad ending. Oh, great.
Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up! All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you. But I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
All right, let's see this bad ending. Good job! You got it right! Brilliantly right! We got it right? Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko!
Now then,
I've
I've prepared a very special... Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Well... Kyoko has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Well, this is brutal. I like this music, though. Poor Kyoko. After school lesson. He's teaching her about sex? Freaking ads, it's just annoying. You got an ad? Oh man, look at her face. Yikes. Ah. That's weird. And that's how the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba came to an end. I still had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent or... I never noticed the sex ad on the board, yeah. Regardless, the truth was lost forever, even for me. I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Mukuro's class trial. And in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again. We had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. Oh, well, that's upsetting. What the fuck? Everyone who likes Danganronpa is a pervert, remember? We did establish that today or yesterday. Peace, but only inside the school. Oh man, poor Hina. Why is Byakuya holding a picture of Toko? Peace, but only for us. And they banged Hina. Oh, yeah, poor Hina. That was the only hope we had. Hope. Hope. Hope? This is hope?
No! This isn't right!
Huh?
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
This is some Stephen King shit? Hira's prediction was right. Because Toko's dead for unknown reason. She probably killed herself. Her claim? Oh, that's right. I have to... Do I expose Kyoko's lie or not? Well, I like that it takes us back. Didn't Hiro say something about that? I don't remember. He might have. I probably made a big deal about it and then I forgot. She's not wrong. I have to think about this very carefully. What do I do? I have to decide right here. Can you just pursue the lie infinitely? Are you serious telling me to pursue it again? Why again? Is there a reason to do it again? Because it just seems like a waste of time if the same thing happens. No. He said his and your kid will be from the same... He did say that, didn't he? Oh my god, he did say that! Let it go. Yeah, it's the best ending. I don't trust you, Sorion. Let it go. Kyoko's dead, we banged Hina. Best ending. Alright. But he did! Hiro did say that. You're totally right about that, Sorion. I'd forgotten about that. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she'd kill someone. There has to be some secret here, something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned. Yeah, Hiro said that.
Does no one have a rebuttal?
That's a really good catch. I wouldn't have noticed that 30%.
Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it.
More like 100%.
I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
Byakuya.
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
Or Monokuma.
Ew! What are you trying to imply?
I mean, everyone chooses that option.
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys.
Well, one
the
in a
entire
year,
time.
even 30% will shoot. To be fair, though, Sorion, I would not have picked that option if people hadn't told me to pick that option. Because I knew it was the wrong one.
I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What? It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
I was afraid of that.
Huh?
Yeah.
A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why...
You did pick Pursue and you played through it?
Be...
I can see, if you were suspicious of Kyoko, like if you think Kyoko did it, I can see why that would be a choice you'd make, right? If you're like, oh, I think Kyoko is actually the culprit, that makes sense. But I, at no point, am guilty of Kyoko. I'm suspicious of Kyoko.
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then,
You
it's
picked it just for
time
curiosity?
voting
Yeah, that makes
time,
sense.
Okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
Bye-bye, Makoto, Bible Thump. Oh, cool, 81 coins.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job? Yep, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense. It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way. It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I... Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
You're back. Welcome back, Hinata. Kyoko.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
We learned a really important thing here. Alter Ego fucking hates Kyoko. Good guy, Alter Ego. Yeah. What's this? What's going on? Hey, was that? Yeah, it had to be. Alter Ego. Alter Ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell. I don't believe this. It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning. What was that? What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. That stupid virus is gone now. Got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit, in a way, that's an even better special punishment. Oh, well, he's giggling again. Never underestimate Hackerman. Hackerman! But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. Merely a flesh wound. We'll Twitch ban this, but YouTube is always striking this moment. That's weird. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. A berry special punishment? You're right, Sorion. You're correct. Look how giggly he's gotten. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words,
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. What are you talking about?
So
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. We're back at the beginning of the game. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. Bear preppery, a very special punishment. No bear puns or bear jokes, I can hardly take it. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. And there are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school, filled with the ultimate students, was me. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then, I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? I mean, you can hardly bear it? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell! I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light sleeping in. They spelled barest wrong for the pun. Trash was piled high all across the area. And this must be some kind of underground garbage pit. No. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in here till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened. Aw, Alter Ego saved me. And he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. I worked hard to avoid saying the B word. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of here. Alright, what's this? Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? In other words, making bear puns puts you in despair. Oh god, Sorion, you've gotten infected with it. Wait a minute. That's a rocket and a tank? This is the rocket from the beginning of the game. And wasn't the tank used in one of the executions? I can't remember whose it was. Wasn't it? I'd better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. You've gone too far. Rattle, rattle. It's locked. Rattle, rattle. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. And getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. In addition to bubblegum, now I need to make as many bear puns as possible. I think you have to stop. Sorry, let's... The bear puns, you really are infected. They're like a virus. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. It's time to stop. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides, but that's still not enough reason to give up, because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration to really nobody, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. I'll never give up and die! My sleep was deep and uninterrupted, and that was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed, and all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. Yes, go to sleep as usual, Makoto. What, is it making you furiously? Jesus, Sorion. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. Crunch? That's a good word. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell up from above. What could it have been? Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I've reached a new no. I'm very proud. I'm barely proud. I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me. Uh-oh, that medic guy's gonna arrest you for all the puns. I'll blow up now, hunt you down.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Oh, it's Kyoko. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. Oh.
It smells
This place.
awful.
Yeah. Yeah. Kyoko!
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. You know you have some ramen in your hair? What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. Can I shoot them both? No shower, Kate. Trash girl, best girl. No, Kyoko. Not Kyoko. No shower, Kate. No shooting. Be nice. Play nice. Anyway, she has ramen in her hair. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. Best think I don't have this bareness? I'm not quite sure what you're trying to say there, Doodle. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you! I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Whew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. Shower, Kate. Play nice. That's a new face, though. You usually use the Eris Dread face. So you still haven't given up, then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Yeah, let's talk more. Everyone get down. Shower Kate's shooting. Thanks, Koala, for stopping Shower Kate. I barely avoided death. You tried to hide that one by not capitalizing it this time. But, Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or no. To atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So, you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot? But that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory? That's impossible. Amnesia? Then, is it really true? You lost your memory? Every time I see Kyoko, I want to cry. I won't say why, because it'll be a spoiler. Why don't you guys just walk out the door? Are they barricaded? Kyoko's skin is really fucking pale. Not for this game, though. Kyoko's skin is really pale, but that's okay. That's okay. And are the doors barricaded? That's another good one. Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here. Michael Jackson must be jelly. Shower Kate, I have some bad news. Michael Jackson's dead. Too many bear jokes?
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect. Maybe I should stop. This is starting to get embarrassing. Good God.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. Even this game don't have so many. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the worst work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean, somehow, my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. And that's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. These my jokes have really high quality. Ahaha! But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that, we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind... one of us? If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? I've proven to be really stupid. Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the mastermind. Because you're really stupid. That was just intuition, but... Emoji chat. I see. Oh my goodness, it's the 24th in the morning. It's 24th in the morning in year yay? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what you're trying to say there, Renata. In the morning here? Oh, okay. I guess that's... Yeah, it's the morning of the 24th here, too. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind. Excuse me.
Understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Oh, yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. You paw things seem to really suffer under me. Oh, poor things. Are you streaming tomorrow as well? I intend to. Like, right now, I think I will, but if something about my plans for tomorrow change, I might not. So, the answer is probably, but not 100% for sure. That's kind of how it is. It's, at this current moment in time, I plan to, but it's possible that my schedule for the 25th will change sometime during today. So, you know, that's kind of where it is now. I'll tweet about it, but I think that's just her personality. That case, advance Merry Christmas to everyone. Yeah, for sure. That's true. Can I just talk to you again? Hey, what's up, girl? It's impossible for me to watch you the next 2 days, so feel free to not stream, Kappa. You know, Sorion, if I do stream in the next 2 days, I'm sorry that you'll miss it. Because it's always nice having you here. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything? I think there's a lot I still don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. Well, yeah, you know, that surprised... Oh, I just realized impossible was a pun. I'm stupid and can't read. You know, I don't think anyone is surprised that she's the ultimate detective. The ultimate detective? Correct. Well, except for Mukuro. And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, and there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone? Who? Feel stream. I just saw a possibility to terrorize them all a bit longer. Feel free to stream. I have a target in our sights.
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak is Hope's Peak's headmaster. Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster. Koala, they are after me. Protect me. Thanks, Gonsorion down, boys. I'll go on English lessons tomorrow, so I won't have time to watch streams. Oh, well, you know, lessons are important, freaking doodle. That way you can, get more confident in your English. What was I saying? They're after me. Protect me. Sorion, I'm sorry. I can't harbor fugitives. Yeah, freaking Doodle will protect you. I'm going to be working next couple days, so I probably won't be around too. Man, no one's going to be around the next couple days, huh?
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. And that makes sense. But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Steer clear, Frank. You're in the line of fire. So Frank. That says freak, not Frank. I can't read, guys. Have we established that yet? Then what did you see in there? The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. Kappa, but why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
This is a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have had some kind of private room there. I assumed that if it were true, the room would likely hold more clues. So I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So, you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So, what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. I wanted to say something, but I forgot that it's the 5th chapter. Did you guys know there's a whole internet site dedicated to bear puns? That doesn't surprise me. It doesn't. I didn't know that, but I'm not surprised. It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important, and really ominous. This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. Hey, look, a door. I'd better talk to Kyoko. Again?
However...
Of course. Okay, no cameras or monitors, which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it? I know there's a site dedicated to hating cilantro or other vegetables. Understandable. I like cilantro. Cilantro is awful. I also know that cilantro, there are people who are genetically think cilantro tastes like soap. I don't have that. So I like cilantro.
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you, either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
And that was the point of the class trial. It was. The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations? Nice for me to say that, Kyoko, after you voted to execute... To be fair, Kyoko didn't necessarily vote to execute Makoto. If Byakuya, Hina, and Hiro all voted to execute Makoto, then Kyoko could vote for anyone she wanted, and Makoto could vote for anyone she wanted, and Makoto still gets voted the blackened. That's the word I was looking for. Blackened. I couldn't remember it.
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. She probably did. The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. And the mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There's a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... during the night? I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases, just like this. She's a backstepping mean word. There's only 3 votes showed on the vote machine, lol. Well, the vote machine was more like a slot, like it wasn't telling you who voted for who. That was just like a slot machine to say who the votes landed on.
Anyway.
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. Not only the fuck are you talking about, Kyoko? Why does my text show up as asterisks on stream? I don't know what you're talking about. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
You really are an interviewer, Nani the fuck. Nani the fuck's a meme though, Sorion. That's pretty memey to say Nani the fuck. I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However...
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. You noticed something? Is it really? You've only heard it in one place till now? I've heard it around, Nani the fuck. It's definitely a meme. I don't know, I can't see the masked killer in the room anymore, so... it's probably the... things? OBS can't compute them. Oh, that might be it. I won't say what it is, that's fine. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So, all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have the conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? I think it's more of a mod thing to block spam like message deleted. The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So, what does it all mean? The asterisks still show up, so the spa would be down there right now?
In other words...
All true. It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro is the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about
That's right.
what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy, who's ever responsible for that? They're the ultimate despair?
It would seem...
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Luckily, we're unmoderated here. We free. Do you realize that I can moderate my chat, right? Then there.
Indeed.
Make no mistake. We free. I had to moderate my chat the other day when someone in the chat started typing racial slurs. That was an interesting event. Yo, Koala, make me a mod. But you are nice, you wouldn't do that, so I can shoot them. Shower Kid, I don't trust you. You'd shoot anybody. You've already established that when you were walking around with guns loaded. Challenge accepted. Wait, what? What? Make no mistake. They're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Chapter 5. People slammed racial slurs. It was one person, and he said a couple things that were not okay. And it'd be hilarious if he was muted when we said we're free. It would have been funny, but that happens from time to time. Yeah. You see the Dream Island rocket present. Do you want to save? I'd love to save. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. I had a few times people come into my chat and the first thing I said was an insult me. Yeah, you just get that every once in a while. It's not a big deal. Some people are just, I mean, they just are trolls. They just want to make people upset. Where was I? Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. And the most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Well, how do we get out, Kyoko? It's terrible manners, though. I hate people like that. Who doesn't? Yeah, they're annoying. It's just kind of gotta... Some people are just a thrash. Yeah, they're annoying. You just gotta kind of move on. They're unbearably annoying. Sorion, you worked so hard for that. You worked so hard for that one, Sorion. I'm proud of you. Do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that got you that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. And then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Hey, Kyoko, can we use that key of yours to open this? We can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. Everyone but not that meta guy, you were supposed to stop the bear puns, not make more. Will you have a bear sub badge? It'll probably be a koala bear, so sort of. Even though koalas technically aren't bears, but, you know, they're called koala bears. And then, click. Yes, it opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. Damn, I'm gonna need to sub. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally. We were finally free. Sort of. We're still trapped in the school, but, you know, free of the garbage room. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Chapter 6. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, and ultimate death. Deadly life? Oh, wait, what? I'm gonna sub for different reasons than Sorion Law. Hi, brother. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. So we're already in Deadly Life. If you keep straying in Danganronpa, you should qualify for it pretty soon. Yeah, I probably will qualify it pretty soon. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. She went below me, so I couldn't look up her skirt. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. It reminded me of Metal Gear Solid 3. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. The hope emotes. Damn it, Mukuro, why the fuck would you not let her go first? Well, you know, he's polite. Damn, Mukuro missed his chance. Ladies first. He likes to be polite. Yeah, I'll be careful. Mukuro, not gentleman. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. I spy with my little eye. Maybe save? Time for exposition ladder time? Maybe save? Okay, fine, I'll save. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. If it wasn't Danganronpa would see Kyoko's panties, you can kinda see them. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So, just because that was a huge chunk and you don't want to do it all over? Sorry, and I saved because of the end of the chapter, remember? I had literally just saved right before that, because chapter 5 ended. If it was Danganronpa 2, we'd see her panties. You can see Kyoko's panties on Google. Pretty easy. That's probably true. I believe that.
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, I saved again because you told me to save, and I was like, oh, okay. But, yeah, I had just saved. I didn't notice. That's fine. Saving is pretty boring, so...
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That's how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational, but it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. You can see it after Kyoko's ending in school mode. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. I have a saving fetish anyways. I had a few PC crashes during my playthrough and I had to do stuff over again. I have saving fetishes in some games. This hasn't been one of them. I'm sure if my game crashed and I lost a bunch of progress, I would get a saving fetish in it. But usually kind of visual novel-esque style games don't get that. RPGs get that for me. I will save so often in RPGs. It's disgusting. Pride. So that explains... Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up on some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect. I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though. What other visual novels have you played? I've played the Phoenix Wright games, the Ace Attorney games. I played something else. Can't remember. Oh, I've played some of the Zero Escape games, too. Think you'll play Sniper Elite 4 while watching the stream? Cool. How is Sniper Elite 4? I've never played it. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. Oh wait, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. I don't know either, just bought it. Oh, okay. Well, nice. Hope it's good. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument. As young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I have to say I do enjoy the Zero Escape storyline a lot more than Danganronpa. Yeah, the Zero Escape storyline is a lot more mysterious, though. There's a lot more that is, like, hidden from you in the Zero Escape storyline. Whoops. I don't want to auto, so every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. How do I turn off auto? Fuck. How did I turn on auto? So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that what she might have been feeling. You know that Zero Escape is created by the same people that created Danganronpa? That doesn't surprise me. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative. Okay, there we go. Got rid of auto. Space on PC. I'm using a controller, but I accidentally hit a button and I wasn't sure which one it was. It was the right bumper, actually, but I hit more than one button at once by accident because I squeezed my controller. And more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. And that's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true. Is that right? I had no idea. Style is the best, but not that good as in Persona. I think Persona 5... The visual style and murder mystery is what I like about this game. I think this game has a good visual style. I think Persona 5's visual style is unbelievable, and their UI design is insanely good.
However...
But there's one thing I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. Yo, Persona's on a completely different level. That's true. And that's how they see me, even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. Oh, I guess Persona is also pretty visual novel-y during some parts of it. During all the story parts of Persona, it's super visual novel-y. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
And that's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family. To just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No. Everything about that game is amazing. I'd say most things about Persona 5 are amazing. There are a couple things that aren't great, but most things are good, and they greatly overshadow the things that aren't.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Of all games, you like Danganronpa style and Persona style? Yeah, I think they both have very good, very directed styles. Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I don't know how to respond. Didn't know, whatever. So instead, I said nothing. And I climbed this fucking ladder. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after, I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. The art style is really good and stands out compared to other games in the same genre. I mean, Persona 5, the art style stands out compared to other games in Persona. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Still no panty shot Bible thump? Yeah. A lot to like about it. Well, we get a butt shot of Mukuro. That's okay, I guess. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Hey! Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. It's only good for girls. Can't beat my meat to Makoto's ass, though, so I just won't. Okay. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. For Kyoko, this is good. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Yeah, but fucking thank you. Like, geez, you could say you're welcome. So, now what do we do? Information everyone... No self-respecting girl would like Makoto either. That's true. Information everyone wanted? Oh, of course. I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out... And I'm worried about you, too. You helped me, so they...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then...
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
In other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. It's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying, rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared? You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Makuro's death. He's probably right under the knife used to kill Sakuya in terms of favorite characters in this game. Ouch! New floor, yay. There was a moment when the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Alright, to the gym after I save again. Because now Soryan got me paranoid about saving. Leave the area, yes. To the gym! Alright. We'll run right to the gym. Hi, Jim. enter.
Well now.
Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? And that's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again. And this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko, do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
no.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose? I save like one time a day and it would be only when I'm exiting? Yeah. You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because...
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words...
I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
However...
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting, because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
Right.
And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However...
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. The entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
Am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did. Mukuro, whatever.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it surely would be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? That means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Well...
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that! What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence.
That doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because...
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
However...
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts. And that's supposed to be enough to convince me I'm in the absence of evidence? Oh, in the absence of evidence?
Indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey.
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
Indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They'd assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope. I wanted to emulate Persona 5 on my PC, but I gave up trying. I've heard it's really hard to emulate, so yeah, at no point was I interested in trying.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. Oh man, Kuma mad. This is Mad Bear. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
that's what we have to
then
do.
I suggest you take my advice. So what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. That's it. That weird cookie has raided me with a party of 3. Oh my gosh, hey weird cookie, how's it going? Thank you very much. Yay raid. Bringing the weird from Cookie. Nice. The Voidus, hey. Hello everyone from Weird Cookie's stream. I am in the beginning of chapter 6 of Trigger Happy Havoc. So, thanks for heading over, everybody.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Barry?
What's
No, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Now, what you've suggested might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words...
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Did I hear bear jokes? You did, Sorion. I'm sure that medic guy is screaming. But I'm prepared to agree with your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory? Let's have one final grisly showdown. That medic guy is triggered. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this. But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end. So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify as victory for you. I love him. Just for this. He said qualify. He did it. He did it. Cookie Raid. Hey, Mr. Pike. Thank you for coming over. I know you were part of the raid, but, thanks for being here now.
It's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school, then you win. Everyone, I'm running to chill before bed. Anyway, I'm running to chill before bed. Happy holidays. All right, Cookie, thank you very much for the raid. Have a good night. Happy holidays to you, too. You don't love me for it? I told you I appreciate you, Sorion. I was talking about that earlier when you said you couldn't be here the next couple days. What were we doing now? But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that, for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception, then it's a part of the regulations? I'm like that jealous girlfriend needs more attention. Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden? I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would you? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable. I realized that, is the thing when I was chatting with a friend nicknamed Schizophrenist when I was trolling him. I don't know what that censor is. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Okay. There was schizo.com. Oh. Yeah, I think Twitch auto-blocks links. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. I kind of miss Breaststroke. Haven't seen him in a long time. I don't think I can bear it any longer. Automod does? Yeah, I figured. Whoops, that's the wrong button. And once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Hey, Kyoko, I'm in your debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
however...
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the Mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they? If you set up chatbot, you can make it so that certain links aren't banned. Yeah, I know that. I don't know what links I would whitelist, so... And they had no choice but to accept. Huh?
Because...
Like YouTube, Twitch clips and stuff? Because it's... Oh, fair enough. It's all because of that one moment, like the Mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So, when was it that the Mastermind let down their guard? That was close to what that sentence actually said. I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the Mastermind said? Obviously, YouPorn links? Nah, I don't think so. Let's check if clips are banned. I have no idea. They said that they hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Everything that resembles a link should be banned? Well, I mean, yep, they are banned. I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off. Will be banned? It does vaguely resemble a link.
However...
And yet somehow, the Mastermind was able to do it. If you put it together.
In other words...
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
So...
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world?
It would seem...
The Mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
In other words...
So the Mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
Correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point? But if it's someone's message, it shows the asterisks?
Hey.
Yeah. The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept? You're talking about hope, right?
That's right.
And for those of us who represent hope, to kill each other and sink into despair. The Mastermind wants the world to see that and try to prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right. It is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer? Despair is better than hope. Yup.
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet, The same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than it... What? The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. Will rule bear world? How much longer will you stream? I have no idea. I feel like I'm right at the end of the game, so I might just go to the end unless you're like, oh yeah, the ending is in 5 hours, in which case I don't know that I'll go 5 hours, but... The mastermind simply ignored their rules. This wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided... If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves? Oh yeah, the ending is in 5 hours, not a fun.
Indeed.
And that is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. The ending, like, for 4 to 5 hours? Oh yeah, I'm not gonna do that much then. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. Trial is like 2 to 3 hours, I think. I might get to the trial and then call it for tonight. You have another investigate coming and then a trial? The investigation will take a long while? Okay, then I'll just get to the investigation start and then call it quits for tonight. That sounds like a good plan. And then next stream I'll do the investigation and maybe also the trial. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. All due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. I hate that I'm probably going to miss the trial. I'm sorry, Medic Guy. I will always highlight it, and the highlight will be available forever. So that's always, you know, that's always a possibility. Assuming I do stream it tomorrow. And when the fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion?
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge?
However,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance, because you believed me. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been as that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time,
correct.
or everything we've gone through will all have been for nothing. And you're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. And there's no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Right now we have to go find the others. Also, Koala, in case you haven't realized, no one's getting that... yeah, that's true. No one is getting that romance ring. You're right. I forgot to propose to Hina because I wanted to propose to Kyoko. Makoto's gonna be a lonely boy. Yeah, I know. That's too
shall we
bad.
go?
They're probably in the dorms somewhere. Shall we go? We should go. We should save so I don't have to listen to that talk again. Oh wait, I can also use the map to get to the dorms. That would be the smart thing to do. Wrecked. Are they actually... Where are they in the dorms? Come on. Is the dormitory's second floor opened up? No. Okay, we'll try the dining hall. That's usually where people hang out. And suddenly we were greeted with... You again? I don't know how to read this. He's not doing too hot, that's what we'll say. Is he... broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Oh, he's doing great. Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief.
Is that Makoto?
It's not.
You guys!
Is Hiro gonna think I'm a ghost again?
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but
I
you're not
fucking
a
knew
ghost,
it.
right?
Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived, and also Byakuya and Toko. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away, shoo, choo. Ghosts. And in a flash, my tears dried up. Hey, everybody. Hey, Kyoko, you first.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
Wait, seriously? Ghosts are here, boo? Yeah, I know.
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer. And of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is it was all the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did
And you spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just,
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again. Later. So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So, our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking all around this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone? Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
Interesting.
In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro, and all the school's mysteries, it's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So in other
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who've been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning, and Mukuro had in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them? F? No F? Did the stream F? What happened, Sorion? I'm confused. No F? Okay, good. I got really worried there for a minute. Okay. We'll keep going then. And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us? We should stop saying F.
No way!
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. And said say Comcast. That wasn't Comcast though, it looks like. Nothing abnormal happened on my end. At least from what I can see in OBS. OBS would tell me if I, like, dropped a bunch of frames or if my stream went down. Anyway. Monokuma may have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair. So they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active? Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
But
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times. Comcast sponsor when? I don't know. Maybe when they give me fiber internet for free as a sponsorship for the stream?
I'm right, right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. You expect Comcast? I don't expect it. Let me be clear, Showercat. I don't expect it. I was just saying that's when the Comcast sponsorship will be. Oh wait, you're serious? Let me laugh harder? What? What? What part of that made you think I was serious?
You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
Oh, cool.
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock
Kappa.
every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Okay, Monokuma. How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of
At this
my
point,
family.
I can rely on only myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Bye.
Well then, after making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master, he didn't take me with him.
Hey,
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream. Or coffee. So just a cup? You're totally useless. So, bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
you know,
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Oh, wait, how come?
how about
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
cause,
But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto. That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
okay.
So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. Hey Kappa Kappa, hey Kappa Kappa, hey. What? And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so...
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. It's a song? Okay. I should just see it as splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right!
So then,
Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. Investigate. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ukasaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. And that should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder. Which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Places to check has been added to the truth bullets section of my handbook. Well, time to get started actually means time to get ending. That's going to be it for the stream for me for tonight. Thank you, everyone who came and hung out with me. Thank you for everyone who followed. Thank you for Weird Cookie for that raid, and then anyone who came from Weird Cookie's stream. Thank you very much for coming and hanging out for a little bit with me. I'll be back, maybe not tomorrow. I don't know. It seems like a lot of people can't watch tomorrow, and I want you guys to see the end of this game, so I might not be back tomorrow. I might take a couple days off then if so many people just can't make it. But we'll see. I'll probably tweet about it at some point. But, yeah. Thank you again, everyone, for hanging out. And next time, we'll probably beat Danganronpa. So, awesome. But yeah, until next time, take care, everyone. Happy holidays. Hope everyone has a nice time over this Christmas. And even if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a great day. So yeah, take care.